Is the unnamed tavern named unnamed tavern? Is unnamed tavern named unnamed tavern, or is it a tavern that's not been named?
I'm not going to be more
Let's
ready.
go, baby.
Heck.
Elon Musk
what do we have here?
Neuralink. Womp, 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 womp,
Oh no! You mean the thing that was
Hey.
killing monkeys in horrible, torturous ways might not be going well when it was implanted in a different kind of monkey? Shocking.
Whoa.
Kind of monkey, I like that.
To the surprise of nobody. Thank you so much, Crusher, for becoming a bronze goblin. Welcome to the trash can. I hope you enjoy your stay here. It is $1.50, less than $1.50 American, to join us in our trash can here. But
Oh,
it is unclear what. Yeah, I am very cheap. I'm very easy. I don't know.
Also,
How do you think
click
I
that
got
like
to be the
button.
host on our channel?
Click the like button if you can.
High quality
How do you think I got to be
content.
host on our channel? Like,
Yes.
Elon Musk's Neuralink reports troubles with first human brain chip. It is unclear what caused the retraction or how many threads have become displaced. That's the face of Lex Luthor.
no, please. Oh no. Lex Luthor had the brains. Come on.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true.
No. He was the one who made Superman feel stupid. So, and even sometimes Batman. So no.
Okay, I'll take
He's
it
not
back.
Lex Luthor. Take
I
it
take it
back.
back.
Also,
Hawkskull
Lex Luthor
says, "Oh,
didn't have,
Chesh,
like,
it's
a-
been." Sorry. Yeah.
I was gonna say, Lex Luthor also didn't have like a scraggly 2-day-old beard for just some reason. And also,
I more meant
is
the
it just
vibe,
me?
not the. But yeah.
Okay, fair. But I also just want to point out that Lex Luthor has, or sorry, not Lex Luthor, Elon Musk. He's got the beard of an 11-year-old. Like, can we,
A budding prepubescent boy.
yeah, like someday his beard will come in. Maybe someday he'll hit puberty eventually.
One day, we believe in him. Hawkskull said, who's been a member for 48 months, says, "Oh, Chesh, it's been 4 years since you've been monetized." Hey, thanks so much, Hawkskull. I really appreciate it. Okay, so, fun fact, by the way, who do you think has more money? Batman, Lex Luthor, Dr. Doom, or Elon Musk?
I'm pretty sure it's Elon Musk by a significant margin.
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom, Elon Musk.
Musk.
Musk? Okay. Yeah, Musk has more money than all three of them combined.
Who? Oh boy.
But he doesn't have a
Dr.
cool
Doom
car.
owns a country.
Yeah, but it's a small country.
They don't have. Musk doesn't have a cooler car like Batman does, right?
This is
I
true.
mean,
Lex
there's no
Luthor,
way-
Dr. Doom, and Batman all vastly outscale him on the rule of cool.
Yeah, but you can't compare dollars in DC to dollars in Marvel, so I think Dr. Doom should come out of the list.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
And you can't compare a Batmobile to a Cybertruck.
Yeah, what's the conversion rate? Yeah, you're gonna figure it
That
out.
is concluding the conversion rates, because Marvel is actually whatever. Anyway, the first invasive brain chip that Neuralink embedded into a human brain has malfunctioned, with neurons surveilling threads appearing to have become dislodged from their participant's brain. The company revealed in a blog post on Wednesday. This, by the way, was posted 05/09/2024. So
Really?
earlier this month.
Do we know who volunteered
Holy
to have Elon Musk stick a fucking...
Yeah,
trust Elon
29-year-old Noland Arbog. That's who it was.
Jeez.
Do you? The
Quadriplegia.
next question is: do you think he used the NFT monkey as a profile picture?
Oh god.
I mean, he's got to be some kind of delusional
wow.
tech bro, right? Like, who other than a delusional tech bro is going to let Elon Musk physically into their brain?
I know some of
Like,
the
think
cult
about
of
this,
Musk
right?
people would probably find that sexually exciting. I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean. A delusional tech bro. That's who that is,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like,
It's unclear. Sorry.
no, just go ahead.
It's unclear what caused the thread to become retracted from the brain, how many have retracted, or if the displaced threads pose a safety risk. Neuralink, the brain computer interface startup run by controversial billionaire Elon Musk, did not immediately respond to a request for comment.
Shocking.
How is this not like an ethics issue at international level?
Oh, it is.
I don't get it. Like,
It
then
has
it's
been
not
for
controversial.
years.
You should say unethical Elon Musk, unethical billionaire Elon Musk. Because this is unethical, straight up. Like, huh? Still trying to
They
kiss
don't want to deal
Lars.
with that lawsuit. They
But
don't
is
want to
it
deal with
as
that lawsuit.
but is
Is
it
it really a
as
lawsuit?
morally repugnant and unethical as working from home? Elon
Oh,
Musk
no,
would
clearly not.
disagree.
Yeah, working from home. I mean, that's just going to be
It's
the death of
more
the world is if we let
unethical,
people work
yeah.
from home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why you got to get all your employees in at the height of COVID into your factory that has been repeatedly accused of having racist hiring and labor policies so that they can all have one big giant COVID outbreak. Because remember, you said, oh, this will be done in a few months. Now, I'm not saying I'm talking about Elon Musk, but I mean, you can check all those things for news stories to see who they're about.
If the clown shoe fits. The company said in its blog post that the problem began late in February, but it has since been able to compensate for the lost data to some extent by modifying its algorithm.
Really?
Neuralink touts that its invasive implant includes 64 flexible threads carrying a total of 1,024 electrodes that can detect neuronal activity. Those flexible threads, described as thinner than a human hair, are inserted individually into the brain by the company's proprietary surgical robot. Proprietary surgical robot.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's what you want to hear. That's not dystopian as fuck. A proprietary surgical robot.
And I can tell you why they had to get a surgical robot in. No doctor, no surgeon would have said yes to it. They would have said, this is bullshit. This is
I mean,
this is
that
so messed up.
Was
nah,
not autonomous. That was controlled by a human surgeon. I can guarantee you that.
I don't know. It doesn't say like proprietary. Like, I don't know. Maybe, perhaps. But then I would question that surgeon. I was just like, dude, what are you thinking?
Oh yeah. Well, we should question this whole thing, right? Because when Musk was touting how great this was and how it was gonna, be a boon for the disabled and allow a whole new era of human technological interface, while he was saying that, there were dying monkeys holding hands while undergoing extreme torture just for the fact that they had a prototype version of this in cages.
Yep.
And Musk, his comeback for this was, well, these were terminal subjects anyway, so they were all terminally ill, because Musk is so much of an idiot that he doesn't know that when you sign to get terminal subjects for a primate trial like that, what it means is that you plan to euthanize the primates after the experiment is done, not that they're all terminally ill, which is not what that means.
Wow.
So yeah, that's who we're talking about here. So the idea that this should be some kind of surprise to anyone, including Nolan, is beyond crazy to me.
Yeah.
This is Elon coming up with one bullshit project after another to keep his stockholders and his board members glued towards him, and his and keep giving him that money or that control. And his ego, yes, and nobody's looking at the fact that this is so full of shit. This is this is the same thing that happens with, like, someone comes in Silicon Valley and claims that they have the ability to do something which is something very new and hopefully can be revolutionary, but then when you start using people's health and people's illnesses and autonomy, including like the autonomy of animals, to achieve something, and you are not showing any results for us, I'm gonna be saying, you gotta be shut down, buddy. You gotta be shut down. Why has this not been shut down yet? I am surprised. Why hasn't any government agency interfered and said, nah, we are shutting you down. Enough is enough. Like, enough bullshitting and mucking around.
I don't know the exact reasons, right? I'm not going to pretend to have an inside track on this. But I think that we've been shown in the last 20-ish years that the United States government has neither the will nor the ability to effectively rein in Elon Musk, in part, quite frankly, because they depend on him for some of their space contracts, to the point that they've given him a space contract that he absolutely will not and cannot fulfill in having the moon lander for the Artemis missions. Right?
Yes.
Like,
exactly. Yeah. It's just bullshitting again and again and again. And this is the American government just saying, okay, yeah, this is not our problem. We'll pay someone to solve our problem, and then just leave it like that. That's it.
It's generous of
like,
you
if
to
you
assume they're
wanted
even
to
going
do
to try
that,
to pay someone to solve the problem, rather than just
yeah,
let
like,
it go.
And, yeah. Yeah.
The goal is for the threads to be placed near neurons of interest so that signals detected by the electrodes can be recorded and decoded into intended actions, such as moving a cursor on a computer screen.
That already exists. What the fuck? That technology already exists.
It's also kind of very bizarre.
Welcome to Elon Musk.
Like, what is that even going to be used for? To interpret
no,
how people move a mouse on a screen? So people can play League of Legends better? So I can get a robot to play League of Legends for me?
Okay, so...
people who are... So this kind of technology is used for people who are bedbound in their own house, live alone, so they can have access to emergency services in case something goes wrong. That's where this technology comes into play. So it already exists. It already exists.
Yeah.
So,
the thing is, we can see so yeah, there's the excuse that Musk has, right? Where I'm going to let people who are quadriplegic or bedridden or whatever to have full access over the tech that they need to, have fulfilling lives and be more independent. Right, but that's the excuse. Because this is a man who hates people fundamentally. When you hear him talk about things like being on public transportation, you realize he just hates humans, right?
Yes,
maybe not every single individual human, but as a group, he does not like humans.
He doesn't like
the real reason that I firmly believe this is, and this is, I don't have conclusive evidence of this. I don't have access to Musk's inner thoughts or something. But Musk is a fan of cyberpunk. But he's not a fan of cyberpunk because of the social commentary about the dangers of letting corporatocracy take over the world and, things like the decay of social support networks that are provided by non-private entities. He's not interested in any of that. However, he thinks it would be really cool for there to be cyborgs.
Yeah.
It's the same reason he's got the Cybertruck, right? No one would ever want a truck like that. But it looks like something that comes off the page of like a cyberpunk novel. So he wants that to exist, even though it's an incredibly stupid idea. I think it's the same thing.
It's fictional, it's not practical, and that's a big problem that a lot of, I think, rich people have. They have these ideas of what they want, but it has no practical relevance because these people don't live in a world of everybody else having to live with practical relevance.
Yeah. Well, also there's a weird tendency among, tech billionaires to want to take the worst aspects of science fiction, the things that the authors themselves are trying to scream at you like, hey, this is a warning. Don't build the Doomtron 9000.
Yeah.
And then some American tech billionaire is like, hey, you know what's really cool? The Doomtron 9000. Let's make one of those.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dude. What are you talking about? This is a terrible idea. That's the point.
No, on January 28th, the company announced that it had surgically implanted its brain-computer interface into its first clinical trial patient, 29-year-old Noland Arbog. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's how I'm pronouncing it.
I suspect it's Arbog, but I don't know.
Arbog? What? Okay. Arbok, the Pokemon?
Sure, go with that.
Who developed quadriplegia after 2016 driving accident. Was he driving a Tesla?
Diving.
Was he... Oh, diving accident. Was he using the submersion thing that Elon made?
Probably.
Because that was a thing.
Sorry,
was he driving
Was
isn't one of the cars supposed to be submergible?
Yeah,
I thought one of
Cybertruck is
the
supposed to have some kind of amphibious capability, but it doesn't. And also, you're not supposed to get it wet, which kind of seems to contradict the whole amphibious capability thing. Which I just love. Like, oh hey, don't get this new car wet. Like, what? What? It's a car. It goes outside. Yeah, but it'll rust.
Yeah, don't wash it in the sun either, right? That's
yeah.
Exactly that.
Wait till it's cloudy to wash your car.
Oh God. Sorry, Chesh, I spoiled your joke.
Yeah, it's okay. Since then, Neurolink and Arba have released a video and live streams of him playing Mario Kart games using his implant to make moves in a chess game and control characters in Mario Kart, for instance. The only hint of trouble was on March 1st when Arba answered questions in an all-hands meeting with Neurolink, in which he said at one point, quote, "Sure, we're still working out the kinks and stuff, but once we get this figured out, there's no reason for the implant not to be out there," according to the Wall Street Journal. The journal was the first to report that an unknown number of threads had become displaced in Arba's brain. Neuralink posted its blog confirming the problem after the journal published its report. So they weren't going to tell anybody. Oh. It slipped.
Of course not.
It remains unclear why the threads moved from their placement, but one hypothesis that sources told the journal is that there was air trapped inside the skull after the surgery, a condition called pneumocelephus?
Yeah, pneumocephalus. Pneumatic is air, and cephalus is your brain. So yeah, inside your skull, or brain, like that. So
So
what did I say about the proprietary robot thingy? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're saying that basically they trapped air in his brain while sticking it in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. In case people aren't aware, having air in parts of your body that is not where there normally isn't air can be disastrous. Like you die disastrous.
Yeah. Sources familiar with Neuralink's trial said that the possibility of removing the implant was considered after the problem was identified. Arba's safety does not appear to be negatively impacted. However, the company reported that the retraction of the thread lowered his bits per second rate, which is used to measure how quickly and accurately a patient with an implant can control a computer cursor. Well, no League of Legends for him. Neuralink was able to restore the BPS rate to the level seen before the retraction by modifying the algorithm that decoded the electrode signals. According to Neuralink, the tweaks included making the implant, quote, more sensitive to neural population signals, improving the techniques to translate these signals into cursor movements, and enhancing the user interface. The company reported improved and sustained BPS rates after the changes. The journal reported that the company had told the Food and Drug Administration, which regulates clinical trials and granted approval for the Neuralink to test its devices in humans, that it believes it has fixes for the problem. The company is hoping to carry out 2 more implantations in the coming months, with a total of 10 this year. All right, I'm making a poll in chat. Would you get this? Would you involve yourself in this trial?
Sounds like they're fudging the data.
Musk
they're
implant, question mark.
More sensitive to neural population signals. So they're just accumulating one type of signal from one type of set of neurons. Is that what is going on? While ignoring the other neurons that it sounds like it's like they're using data from one aspect of the the neural population rather than going for the whole thing, which is what they can only do now at this rate. It's like it's the next step that you would expect when you can't get data from another section of your brain. So I'm not surprised. Like it's just they're just saying, okay, this is all we got now. So that's what it is.
I think if this was on Dapper's channel, I'd vote for turtles.
Yeah, but there's no turtles here. Now what are you gonna do?
Look, I'll be honest. I think that if you put your safety in the hands of anything that Musk has any controlling power over, you are making a extremely poor life choice.
Yes.
It's not medical advice. I'm not a surgeon. I'm not a doctor. But I wouldn't get yourself into a Tesla. Don't ride in or drive a Tesla. Avoid them on the road if you can. Don't put Elon Musk's crazy brain bug into your body. Don't get onto a SpaceX rocket. You know? Don't ride in a robo-taxi that's powered by Musk's autopilot that isn't an autopilot. Don't do any of these things. They're all bad ideas.
Yes.
Sar in the chat said, if you're familiar with Shadowrun, in that game system world, they would make fun of people who would get brain implant decks because that's how stupid this is.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. Do not do this thing. It's a terrible idea, really.
Look, I do think that some other company run by a sane group of people could probably make a brain implant that could be a huge boon to the lives of, like, paraplegics or other such people who have extreme problems with mobility, motor control, and things like that. And I think that when that happens, it'll probably be a big benefit to those people. However, Musk has never invented anything, and virtually all of his companies are propped up almost entirely by tax subsidies, and they don't actually depend on real customers.
If you wouldn't trust the government to do it, you shouldn't be trusting Elon to do it, essentially.
Right. And you might say, well, Dapper, SpaceX is profitable only because of NASA funding that they pay SpaceX for. And again, remember, SpaceX will not be completing the Artemis contract. And also, you might say, well, Tesla is successful only by selling carbon credits to other car companies. Without being able to sell carbon credits for having a low emission fleet, Tesla would be underwater because their car sales are actually pretty anemic. But because they have such a low emission fleet, they can sell carbon credits to, like, Ford or Chevy and say, here, now you can pretend your fleet is low on carbon.
I hate this concept of carbon credits. I hate it. I despise it. It's absolutely ridiculous.
The fact that you can trade it is bullshit.
Yes.
Deletes the entire point.
Yeah,